Okay, Hare Krishna. Yes, could you hear my question, all of you?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
Yes, so you can't think of symptoms of a sadhu?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhu, for arranging this class. The point I was thinking is that if a person is sadhu or claiming to be a sadhu, then he should not be disturbed by things that are material because he doesn't own anything material.
Okay. So he should be a beggar.
No, not necessarily, but he should not be attached to those things, or like he should not be disturbed if money comes or goes.
So if a sadhu is a person, if he's so he can own his riches, right?
Yeah, Prabhuji. Yes.
So he can own his riches, and if you see his house burning, he should sit quiet. You think?
No,
So
no,
let it burn.
he
I'm not attached to the house.
no, he should try for it, but if it's not in his hand, if then he should not be worried about it. Like if it's
Okay.
out of his hand, then what he can do?
Thank you. Very good. Yes. Who else? What are symptoms of sadhu?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes. Haribol.
Thank you, Prabhuji, for arranging these classes. And
Please. Yeah.
apologies, I didn't studied it before the class. So what I realized, or not realized, what I think the symptoms of sadhu is he follows his life according to scriptures and teachings as per his Vedic literature.
Yeah. Very good. Very nice. So everybody can be a sadhu then, or you require only one sadhu and hundreds of non-sadhus. What do you think?
Yes, anyone could be sadhu, but he needs to follow. He needs to follow his standard as per scriptures and
Yes,
not
that's
as
right.
per
Very nice.
mental speculation.
That is correct. So everybody should be a sadhu, or only one person should be a sadhu. What do you think?
Uh, everyone should be a sadhu.
Yes, very good. So both the answers are very nice. Very nice. Who? What else? What are symptoms of a sadhu? Who else? Yeah, nobody else? Now that we are not studying it, we have not thought about it. So thinking now, at least now you can think. What are symptoms of a sadhu? So what did Prabhu say? What did you say, Prabhuji?
Not disturbed by material things.
Detached. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
Prabhu.
And what did Om Prabhu say? Where did he go now? Om Prabhu is gone.
He said about the Vedic scriptures that he should be acting according to scripture.
Yeah, he should be acting according to scriptures. So you should study the scriptures. He should be acting according to it. Yeah, correct. What else? That is correct. As when I said, who can be a sadhu? So everybody should be a sadhu. I asked the question. He said, yes, everybody should be a sadhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Thank you so much for conducting.
Yes, Mother. Hare Krishna. We cannot hear your voice, Mother.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Now can you hear me?
Yes, a little bit. Hold on. unless it's my. Yeah, please.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Can you hear me? I'm audible.
Yes, audible. Please.
Thank you so much for conducting the classes and Sarvachiti Mataji and Krishna Samarpan Prabhu for such loving guidance and support. The symptoms of Sadhu, we were actually studying something, I don't remember, but it was, the book said that someone who always talk about Krishna or the Supreme Personality and all the decisions are taken thinking about him, that what is right and what is wrong according to Krishna is someone as Sadhu, according to me.
Okay. So one who follows Krishna's orders is Sadhu.
Yes, Prabhuji.
So who can follow Krishna's orders? Only one person, or you think the whole world should follow Krishna's orders? Everybody should be a Sadhu. What do you
Everyone
think?
should be a sadhu, but who can follow, you ask? The one who has read the scriptures and who knows who Krishna is can follow him.
Yeah, that's correct. So everybody can read the scriptures. If he's an illiterate
Yes,
person, he or she, they can hear about it, correct?
Yes.
So everybody should be a sadhu?
They can be, Prabhuji.
Okay, thank you. It can be or should be? They can be and they should be, both. What do you think? Good proposition?
They should be, but I don't know. They should be a sadhu. Definitely.
They should be sadhus, right? Okay, good. What about others? Thank you. That's quite true. Who else?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji, for arranging the classes, and thank you all the devotees for their answers. Prabhuji, a sadhu is who can not only read but understand the scriptures and act according to it. Like,
Yes, correct. Very nice. So all answers are correct. Now let us discuss on what are the qualities of a sadhu. I would have thought all of you would have thought about it, prepared to come, but you are very busy, you know. So now let us talk about it now. Let us do the hard work now. What are the qualities of a sadhu? Yeah, nobody? I thought it was very simple. What are the qualities of a sadhu?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you, Purna Prajamataji. Thank you, Krishna Sarpan Krishna Prabhu, for arranging this class. Thank you, devotees, for their realization on this. As per me, the symptoms of sadhu, the qualities of sadhu is sadhu is always calm and quiet, like he's always peaceful. As per me.
Always meaning, how will you go into his bedroom and check he is peaceful in the bedroom, in his room, or when he shows he's peaceful?
No, if we think about sadhu, he's always calm.
That's right. Sadhu is always calm. Calm. He's dancing like this. Everybody's dancing with him. So nice, calm. Yes, correct. Absolutely right. Absolutely right. First, this is very calm. So he cannot be not calm. Just asking you.
He should be calm.
He should be calm. Can you give me an example of a sadhu who's calm? Calm sadhu. So definition was given before. So general definition is that who reads the scriptures, understands the Supreme Person of Godhead Krishna, and acts accordingly. He is a sadhu. It's a very simple definition. It's correct. And we discussed, can everybody be a sadhu? So yes, everybody can, and everybody should be a sadhu. We agree to this point. Yeah, 2 points. So that is definition is given. Now we're talking about the qualities of a sadhu. So the first quality you mentioned, which is very correct, you should be calm. Yeah. So can you give an example of a sadhu who is calm, or sadhu who is not calm, but still a sadhu? I mean, calm, for example. You should be calm all the time.
All the Rishi Munis, they were also
Example.
always calm.
You see Rishi Munis, if you say generally, Rishi Munis have been killing people also. So they are disturbed, you know. They give even the shrap, you know. Is it not so? And very powerful people, so the shrap comes out to be true. See, all this I would have thought all of you should think, you know, in your quiet time. Say, what like this, why like that, why not like this, why not like that? What do you think is a good question, good thought process? If you say all Rishi Munis from the very scriptures are sadhus, to be calm, they're calm, then you tell me, they don't get agitated, the situations, by cursing. Even Krishna was cursed by Gandhari, the great personality. You can be female also. She's a great personality. And she cursed him. The whole dynasty was destroyed. Of course, it was a plan of Krishna.
Kapil Muni is also calm and cool. Like he's always he was explaining very calmly to her mother.
Yeah. That's right. So, you remember when we started the conversation, the very first point we discussed, what was that point we discussed? I don't want to put you on the spot because you people are one of the first ones who open, you know, and you come, you know, and you show your faces. I quite like it. I appreciate it very much. You know, because others have to keep telling them open, switch on the screen, unless they inform us in advance is a different thing. That's fine. But see, we discussed about the quality of a student. Yeah? So we discussed about what did the wife say, mother say, Mother Devhuti. If she is frustrated by the material world, she wants to find an answer. That's why she approached her son, who was a guru. She accepted him as a guru. And when she accepted him as a guru, there was no argument. Correct? Only then There cannot be Vad and Vivad. Otherwise, there's Vad and Vivad, discussions. No, why not like this? Why not like that? Then you are not surrendered as a disciple or a follower. Correct? See, even in Bhagavad Gita, when Krishna if you remember that verse, when I have mentioned this, at this point in time, the Bhagavad Gita starts. Do you remember this? Any one of you? No? Okay, Sanjeev, thank you. You're traveling. That's fine. But we'll have to hear from you so you can speak, I understand you're traveling, so you cannot switch anything, That's fine, no problem. So none of you remember? We've written down so many times it comes, The first verse. This is from this point in time, the Bhagavad Gita starts.
2.7, Prabhu, I think.
Yeah, when he admits I'm a disciple, I'm surrendered to you. Shadinam Ram Prapannam. Explain to me now. Till that time, it was discussion. And Krishna did not reveal his knowledge to him. He was discussing as a friend. So first thing is, if you want to know about knowledge, then you must inquire from a sadhu. What does he say? Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita that if such a spiritual master who knows the truth, ask him questions submissively, and he will reveal. If you don't ask, how will he reveal? Correct? And we ask the question to all of you, did you come to Krishna consciousness with this thought? That I'm frustrated with the material world, I want to get out of the material world, can you please help me? How many of you did it? Nobody. And we admitted it correctly. Nobody did it. That doesn't mean others are not coming. That means you have not done. Others may be coming to Krishna consciousness with this thought. I want to understand the purpose of life. We have not done it is our problem. Yeah. So, at this point in time, Arjuna surrenders to Krishna and no arguments. So what happens at that point in time? What does Krishna do?
Krishna started giving, Krishna took the position of spiritual master and gave him the knowledge.
Yeah. No. First point is right. He took the position of spiritual master and gave him knowledge is second point, but he did not give. What did he do? First thing Krishna did.
He chastised him.
Yeah. He chastised.
Krishna,
What did he chastise? What did he say? What did he say?
That you are acting like a pandit, but it's not true.
Very good. Look at this. Very nice. All our pandits are not giving answers, man. From leaders group, you are giving all answers. Very nice. This is what he said. So previous to becoming a disciple of Krishna, he was arguing. I have heard from disciplic succession that if the women or men are killed, then women will become polluted and the children will become Varnashankar. We should not fight. I think that I should become a beggar. Yeah. And after becoming a beggar, I should give away all my kingdom to everybody. Yeah. Let them have the kingdom. I'm free. Correct? He said this, better to, instead of killing our family members, better to die unarmed in the battle. He said this. And let my family members take it. We all will think like this, correct? We think such a great sacrifice we will make if we give it to a family. We all think we like this, right? So all this big thing he said. So what did Krishna do? First thing, he became guru. When he did not say anything, when Arjuna submitted, then the real knowledge came. Correct? And when Krishna was satisfied, he submitted. He's submissive. Not that I'm submissive and I said, well, now tell me, I'm ready. No, it doesn't work like that. We may think we are ready, but the giver of the knowledge should feel, yes, he's ready. According to my terms, then I'll give knowledge. Correct? Not according to the terms of the student. What have we taught in the material world? What has been taught to us is this, that, okay, I'm sorry. If we make mistakes, we say, I'm sorry, and you walk away, correct? But I told you sorry, no? What's the big deal? I told you sorry, or at least I'll say sorry, no? What? What is the correct way? What does the sorry say in Hindi language? What is sorry equivalent to in Hindi language? Translated in Hindi language?
माफ करना, मुझे माफ करना.
मुझे माफ करना. What is it? Is it sorry? Sorry का मतलब, what is meaning of sorry? Maaf. Correct? Maafi. Maafi. And walk away. Similarly, somebody says maafi and walks away like this.
Asking forgiveness.
Yeah, begging for forgiveness. In English, it is, I beg your pardon. Begging for forgiveness. Is it not so? So this is the point where Arjuna is convincing, and he's convinced Krishna that I am seriously wanting to become a disciple. I seriously need knowledge. Can you please give me the knowledge? And when Krishna is satisfied, then what did he do? Heavy. He first chastised. You rascal. Or excuse me, I'm nobody to say this with. Prabhupada used to say like this. But anyway, he said, you think all these things are right, that you want to give away the kingdom to people. This Varnashankara, you've heard all these things. You're talking like a big pandit, but you have no knowledge. This is what he says. Is this simple words coming from Krishna? You're talking like, like a big pandit, but your words are not learned. It's not learned words at all. That means talking all nonsense, foolishness. Yeah. After that, when he was satisfied Krishna that he has taken it properly, then he gives knowledge. So we don't understand this way. We don't study like this, right? The psychology behind it. We have to understand the psychology behind things, Otherwise, we say sorry and you walk away. Sorry means what? Yes, I'm very sorry. Are you okay? Excuse me, Please, I beg your pardon. मुझे क्षमा कीजिए. हाँ, क्षमा किया. Then you move on. And you can say sorry and walk away. But today it has become like this world. At least amongst devotees, amongst us, we should not be like this. Then knowledge can be reciprocated, given and taken. Is this correct? Does it make sense? So this is the first basic elements of a sadhu. If we cannot do this, we are not in the process of being a sadhu. And we thought everybody should be a sadhu, not one person. See, Hare Krishna, whatever we do in Hare Krishna, we can. We are a study group. We come together and we study scriptures. And we see whether our behavior is according to scriptures or not. Yeah? That's it. Nothing else. We don't do anything else. And we preach to others. Same thing. What we study, we tell, teach, share with others. That's it. We do not do anything more. Yeah. But I can tell you most of the time, first thing I said to everybody is that people are we are not even humans, you know. We are hardly humans first, so we got to make first humans, you know, and then we can talk about doing scriptural knowledge. Arjuna was already much more than human when he accepted him, Krishna, as a guru to get knowledge. Yeah, okay. Is this point clear? Okay, wonderful. So now we can start the discussion. We'll read from the Srimad Bhagavatam. Krishnadas, whenever you are ready, please. You can share the screen. Thank you. In the meantime, has anyone has any questions so far? No questions? All good? Okay, who would like to volunteer to read, please? Who is raising the hand, finger? Sorry, hand. Sorry, who is this? Vadan Prabhu, want to read? Deepak Prabhu is also there. Om Prabhu. Very good. Let's start with, say, Deepak Prabhu. Would you like to read then?
Yes, Prabhuji. तितिक्षवः करुणिकः शूरदः सर्वदेहिनाम् अजतशत्रवः सनातनः साधवः साधुभूषणः.
Just read again. A little bit of change, slowly. I know you are in the beginner's program, you know. So it's good. Very good try. Very good time. Try again.
तितिक्षवः करुणिकः.
So it's Karunikaha.
तितिक्षवः कारुणिकाः शूरदः सर्वदेहिनाम् अजातशत्रवः सन्तः शान्तः.
Yes.
अजातशत्रवः शान्तः.
Shantaha.
अजातशत्रवः शान्ताः. साधवः साधुभूषणः.
Yeah, Bhushanaha. Very nice. Yeah.
साधवः.
All these points are here. It's come. The symptoms are there for sadhu in this verse. Okay. Let's go to translation.
Translation by Srila Prabhupada. The symptoms of a sadhu are that he is tolerant, merciful, and friendly to all living entities. He has no enemies. He is peaceful. He abides by the scriptures, and all his characteristics are sublime.
Again. What are those?
The symptoms of a sadhu are that he is tolerant, merciful, and friendly to all living entities. He has no enemies. He is peaceful. He abides by the scriptures, and all his characteristics are sublime.
Very good. So how many are there now? Total how many? Characteristics?
6 are mentioned here, Prabhuji.
Sorry?
6 qualities are mentioned here: tolerant, merciful, friendly to all living entities, no enemies, peaceful, abides by the scriptures, and all characteristics are sublime.
So 7.
Yes, 7.
Okay. Now, all other things we can understand, but he has no enemies. How do you understand this? We all have to become sadhu. We have some enemies. So we can never become sadhu then.
Prabhuji, it's up to
Ajat Shatrava. Yes.
it's up to us. Like someone can consider us an enemy, but we don't consider anybody as enemy.
Yes, that's right. So do you consider anybody as an enemy so far in your life?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. So are you sadhu then?
No.
No. Then how do we define this? Ajat Shatrava. All of us have enemies. So we are not qualified to have become a sadhu now. We're finished. We are roasted. What do you think? This word Ajat Shatravaha, Ajata Shatru, is another name for Yudhishthir Maharaj. Maharaj Yudhishthir did not have any enemies. Correct? Do you all agree? He did not have any enemies. Correct? Can you raise your hands, please? All of you agree? Raise your hand like this. Don't raise your hand where I can't see you. Either you raise or don't raise. All of you agree? Yes. So the answer my question is that if Yudhishthir Maharaj did not have any enemies, but the whole Kurukshetra war was fought against him for not him to become the king. Is it not so? So many millions upon millions of people died in Kurukshetra war. Then how can you say he had no enemies? To kill you, will somebody amass such a big army? And me? And and they're all ready to kill him. And they got killed. Then how can you say he's Ajat Satru? He did not have any enemies. Maharaj Yudhishthir. His name is Ajat Satru. Then the leaders group, they know the answer that we were discussed in the past. So those who are new, please ask. Those who are hiding behind the cameras will not get the questions. Don't worry about them. They'll miss out. Is it a good question? What do you think, Deepak ji? हमें मारने के लिए थोड़ी इतने सारे लोग आने वाले हैं एक आदमी आएगा 2 लोग आएंगे 10 लोग आएंगे इतने करोड़ करोड़ पे करोड़ then he is called Ajat Shatru. The thing is this is where the answer is that people may consider him to be his enemy, but he did not consider anyone to be his enemy. This is the reason why. And he killed everybody as a matter of duty. And he's the biggest sadhu, is it not so? Yudhishthir Maharaj. But still he killed. So calmness, can he kill in calm? Can he kill calm like this? Mataji, what do you think? Oh, like this, no? You kill. Let's plan. Let's follow the resources. Let's chop his head off. Yeah. How his guru was killed, Again, with some truth, some not truth. He had to say these things. Truth and not truth in the war. Narava Kunjava, whether he's an elephant or a human being. And the guru went to him. He will not speak lies. Is it not so? But still he spoke. He said, yeah, Narava Kunjava. There is son. So this is the point. And he's called Ajat Shatru. Even after this, he's called Ajat Shatru. So we have to understand we cannot mentally concoct our definitions. He cannot fight, he's fighting. Yudhishthira Maharaj, everybody's fighting, he's fighting. Krishna fought on his behalf. Is it not so? Even God came. So how can you say it should be calm, non-violent? That's right, it should be non-violent. Where does it say non-violent? Tell me, whole Bhagavad Gita is spoken on battlefield of Kurukshetra, correct? When the war is about to start. If it was non-violence, then Arjuna would have won in his argument against Krishna. Is it not so? So correct. Krishna says, you are right. Let us walk away from here. Give them the kingdom. So no, you fight. So where is non-violence in Bhagavad Gita? See, we have to be very clever and very clear in our understanding. All of you are very fortunate. We are discussing this very early in your life. You understand this point, all of you? You want to debate this point? Come on, debate this point. I'll change the other way. I'll flip it around. If you say you understand it, I want you to really understand this. Where in Bhagavad Gita, they talk about tolerance, and yes, tolerance, yes, but then again, non-violence. You tell me. Krishna says, my devotee is non-violent. He says, the qualities of a devotee and what is knowledge. Yeah, he says non-violence. But he's teaching violence. He's preaching violence to Arjuna, who wanted to become non-violent. This is how we misunderstand the whole thing. Actually, it is non-violence only. We cannot say that I'm right, I'm going to kill somebody. We cannot do that. That's why I wrote yesterday's verse, that we cannot kill anybody. I'm in Dharma Yudh, he's not Dharma Yudh, so I'm going to kill him. No, we cannot say such things. That is over. We are not Arjuna. Kurukshetra war was finished. So as devotees, we always want peace. Devotees, we do not want to fight. That is correct. At the same time, dharma has to be protected. Now in today Kali Yuga, everybody's definition of dharma is different. Somebody is blaring loud music outside your home with some devotional song. That is dharma. That my religion says this, I'm going to say this. And it's disturbing you. Now your religion will say, when your festival comes, you'll play a big horn. Big sound is going on. And disturbing everybody else. My religion is saying, my religious day, so I'm going to big noise I'll make, songs I'll make, religious I'll make. So all this is going on in chaotic situation here. So we cannot do such things in Kali Yuga. So understand this. Yes, devotees are very non-violent. But we have to understand the whole philosophy correctly. Bhagavad Gita doesn't talk violence at all. It does not teach violence at all. It teaches only non-violence. It teaches only devotional service to God, Krishna. For that, if there is a need, we can fight. But that is, again, not all mental concoction. Okay, so that is the reason why when all of you mention a sadhu has to study the scriptures and act accordingly, it becomes very important. And there is no other alternative but to study the scriptures properly. Then you understand the definition of Ajat Shatru, one whose enemies are not born. One whose enemies are not born. And the whole world was against him. That means they're not born in his mind. There were no enemies for him. Yeah? Same thing Lord Ram said to Vibhishan. If Ravan even comes today, right now, and apologizes, I'll forgive him. Because Krishna is bound by this vow that anybody surrenders unto me, I am bound to give him protection. Of course, they are completely independent. They may say something, do something else. We are not independent. We are dependent. But this is how the Lord is. Okay? So it can be very tricky. People misunderstand this very much. That Bhagavad Gita doesn't talk about non-violence. Hindus are talking about violence, non-violence, and all these things. It is wrong. In a way, yes, in a way it is wrong. We have to understand it very correctly. Because we have studied Bhagavad Gita since childhood. We know about it at least. We hear about it. Yes, we need to, there may be some rough edges and proper study is needed, which we are doing now. But we are born with it. So this is point to be understood. Is all of clear about this point? Any questions anyone has got so far? This is very important before we move. Okay, let's come. So what are the 7 qualities of a sadhu mentioned here? Let's Krishna Das, can you please share the screen? Thank you. Symptoms of a sadhu. He is tolerant, he is merciful, he is friendly to all living entities, he has no enemies, he is peaceful, he abides by the scriptures, and all his characteristics are sublime. Don't misunderstand that this means that somebody has to be so, if no, everybody should love him. That's not the case. Otherwise, if everybody should love a sadhu, then Lord Jesus Christ would not have been killed. Is there anybody coming to nail you alive? Anyone is coming to nail you alive in a cross? We have not done so bad things, right? But what did Lord Jesus Christ do? They nailed him. So they thought his characteristics are not sublime. But they were. They didn't understand, you see. This is the same way. We do not require certificates from people. Today in the material world, people will say, somebody will come and say, oh, Ambrish is so nice. He's such a big sadhu. His characters are very sublime. And you will say, no, he's a rascal, man. He was not so sublime. Yeah. Somebody will say, somebody will not say. So you do not require certificate from people. We require, Krishna is not interested in the amount of criticism that we have received in our life. As Mahavishnu Goswami Maharaj Srila Gurudev would instruct. What does Maharaj say? Krishna is interested only and only in how much we try to sincerely remember Krishna. That's it, nothing else. Okay, that doesn't mean we should be very harmful to other living beings. No, we should be very kind. But if you misunderstand, it is their problem, we move on. We try to solve things, otherwise just move on. People are bound to misunderstand. You are bound to do this, bound to do that. Yeah. Okay. Let's come to the purport now. Thank you.
A purport. A sadhu, as described above, is a devotee of the Lord. His concern, therefore, is to enlighten people in devotional service. That is his mercy.
Yes, so here definition of mercy is given. What is a mercy? He's a devotee of the Lord is first thing, and his concern, therefore, is to enlighten people in bhakti, devotional service to Krishna. That's it. That is his mercy. He gives his time, he gives energy, he gives his money, he gives everything and tolerates people who are not his family members. We tolerate our family members, their misgivings, but we tolerate outsiders. There is mercy on behalf of Krishna. You understand this point? Yeah, that doesn't mean we should be understood as we are weak. No, we are not weak. We tolerate, we're very strong people. Devotees are strong preachers. So anyone who's a preacher should understand these points very much. Yeah? Yes, please continue.
He knows that without devotional service, human life is spoiled. A devotee travels all over the country from door to door, preaching, be Krishna conscious, be a devotee of Lord Krishna. Don't spoil your life in simply fulfilling your animal propensities. Human life is meant for self-realization or Krishna consciousness. These are the preachings of a sadhu. He is not satisfied with his own liberation. He always thinks about others. He is the most.
This is the point. You see, this is the point to be understood. You are in folly. You'll be making a biggest mistake to think that the person who is preaching is not liberated. you are making mistaken, big mistaken. We are not saying that everybody is liberated. All I'm saying is this, that as long as the preaching is done on behalf, then that person is in the shelter of the whole parampara. So we have to be very careful in dealing with devotees who are preachers, and very sincere, as I told many, many times, a very sincere preacher who's very honestly doing things. And honestly, you can feel it. Don't mess with these personalities. If we can, best is to help and serve those personalities, but if you cannot, do not come in their way. You'll be burnt. Burnt. It'll come sometime or other. Because if we may not appreciate their efforts of preaching, but if the parampara appreciates this, who are we to stop it? You understand this point? So there is a reason why we must preach in the parampara. It is very much alive. And parampara do not be defined by somebody else. Bhakti cannot be restricted by anybody. Nobody can say, only if you do this, you're doing bhakti. If you're doing that, you're not doing bhakti. This is wrong. Nowhere in the scriptures it says. Krishna says, Sarva dharman parityaja mamekam sharanam bhaja. Abandon all varieties of religion. Just surrender unto me. I shall give you all protection. Do not fear. That's it. And he says, approach a bona fide spiritual master who can give you knowledge, to give knowledge. That's it. No complication. If you want to concoct, it's your problem. Everywhere there is Siksha. But it has to be in a proper disciplined succession. It is to be done in a proper way. Yeah? You cannot, nobody can concoct things. Concoction is very, very wrong. It's a very, very bad thing. Okay? Now, this is a very important point, what we're talking about here. So I think Sanjeev Prabhu, are you there, Sanjeev Prabhu? Hare Krishna? Sorry, you're traveling, I realize. Can you hear us, please? Hare Krishna, Sanjeev Prabhu, are you there? I don't know if you can hear me. I think he is attending a function also. So I don't know. Okay, we will continue. If he can join us, he'll check with us. We'll catch up with him. Thank you. Yes. Please, if you read the sentence again. Thank you.
He is not satisfied with his own liberation. He always think about others. He is the most compassionate personality toward all fallen souls. One of his qualifications, therefore, is Karunikaha, great mercy to the fallen souls.
And all this preaching is done on behalf of Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada is the biggest devotee. He had the burning desire to liberate the whole world, give them knowledge of Krishna. They are unnecessarily suffering, as Maharishi Goswami Maharaj would say. Srila Prabhupada would always feel, he had this intense feeling that the whole world is unnecessarily suffering because of lack of knowledge of Krishna. So Prabhupada started this whole movement of preaching. And that's how the whole Guru Shishya Parampara blessed Srila Prabhupada. So Maharishi Goswami Maharaj served in Srila Prabhupada's movement. And we are continuing with this on the blessing of Maharishi Goswami Maharaj. So ultimately it is Srila Prabhupada who is a real sadhu. See? Yeah? And we all are serving Srila Prabhupada in our capacity to purify ourselves. Yeah, please continue. Thank you.
While engaged in preaching work, he has to meet with so many opposing elements, and therefore the sadhu has to be very tolerant. Someone may ill-treat him because the conditioned souls are not prepared to receive the transcendental knowledge of devotional service. They don't like it. That is their disease. The sadhus has the thankless task of impressing upon them the importance of devotional service. Sometimes
Yes,
devotees
it's a thankless task. It's a real thankless task. And see, when you're preaching, you are dealing with not liberated souls. You're dealing with conditioned souls who have all this obnoxious thinking from the previous lives and this life, their desires, their limitations. So tolerate them. People will judge you, but you can't judge people, can you? If you judge people as a preacher, nobody will stand in front of you because nobody is qualified. Is it not so? All of you, yeah, whether you have come to your leaders, Avinash Prabhu Saraswati Mataji's team, or Shri Prabhu's or Namata Mataji's team, or Sanji Prabhu's team, all of you judge them first. Is he a good person? He's speaking truth. He's doing this. He's doing that. Only all this tick, 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 tick. Then I'll follow him. Is it not correct? There's nothing wrong with it. But imagine this, if they would have done this to you, would you have become devotees? Tell me this. How many of you thought like this? Raise your hands. Serious office. If you thought like this, please raise your hands. I'll appreciate it. How many of you thought like this? No one, no? We took it for granted, isn't it? So this is the point, This is the point. We think we can judge, but we cannot judge. When you become preachers, you understand you cannot judge because everybody is your rascal. You have to only tolerate, and for tolerating, you require the blessings of your seniors. Though if somebody is very tolerant, he may be tolerant materially, but that doesn't mean. I know so many people who are very tolerant people. Nothing is spiritual, everything material. They have no knowledge of spiritual things. But to get work done, how can you just keep quiet? Those who are tolerant like this, they cannot get work done, can they? They cannot run an organization. They may inherit an organization, that's correct. But they cannot start from scratch. Srila Prabhupada told, being a sadhu, so many people, you rascal, that rascal, is it not so? Prabhupada said, everybody rascal. How can you say he's a sadhu then? How can you say he's a sadhu? Calm, peaceful. Yeah. So we have to be very careful about these definitions. And somebody tolerated them, that's why they became devotees. Trained them, that's why they are preaching now. And those who trained them were also tolerated by somebody else. You see? And they were also educated by somebody else. This is called parampara. Parampara is nothing else. It is this only. Don't try to find something else out of parampara. It's not there. This is fact by shiksha. Okay? Everybody clear this point? Anyone has any questions on this? So this is new, this topic for all of you. Is it a new topic for all of you? You just nod. If you nod your head, I can't see you. Just raise your hand and say yes or something like this, so I can understand. Is it new topic? Yes. Is it? I thought it's new. Okay. That's why you all are very quiet today. I said a lot of questions will come. Okay. Wonderful. Let's continue then. So no questions so far at this point. Remember, if you should make notes of this, these are very important points. You're going to hear next week, Right, please continue. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, I think Pradipakar raised his hand. Right?
Sorry, who raised?
Hare
Pradipakar.
Krishna.
Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
I had one question, Prabhu. I was thinking about that judging point you said that our seniors didn't judge us, but we at every point had that like we were seeing if this is okay, then we started trusting. But our seniors didn't just judge us. So I was just thinking like in preaching, we say we have to sometimes know if a person is right or wrong. So if we cannot judge, how we can tell someone that you are wrong?
That is not a question of judging. Somebody is wrong is wrong. But when you know somebody is lying or somebody is not controlling his senses and you tolerate, there is toleration in teaching. Do you understand this? And if you hear in today's world, there's so many cheating going on, you know. So of course you must judge somebody who comes and talks to you, your tutors, before you do anything. You must understand whether he's teaching correctly or not, he's speaking truth or not. Nothing wrong with it. That's perfectly all right. But all I'm saying is, we're training you that one day you will be preaching. And you will not have the luxury. You will know, like we know when people cheat us, we know this person is lying. We know. When the word comes out from your mouth, halfway through, we know you're lying. And we can make the whole sentence out of this, what you've spoken. Half word, we can make the whole sentence. We continue. See? Similarly, if you are not in your senses, if your senses are not in your control, you speak certain things, you act in a way which is not acceptable to your seniors. But we tolerate. That's okay. Move on. So if we not, who will? Krishna did not tolerate us, he did. But that doesn't give the right to the student to be like this all the time. You understand this point? So that is what I'm trying to say. That even in preaching also, we have to understand who is right, who is wrong. Yeah. You should not be cheated. Being honest doesn't mean you can be cheated. Nobody will say that I'm a foolish person. I can be cheated. We don't. But judging, understanding, and still tolerating merciful is one point. So you restrict this kind of things, behavior. When things are changed, corrected, you move them again. You understand this point? Otherwise, you'll be killed. People are out there, they don't think about you. They think about themselves only. The whole world is thinking about their own themselves. Everybody thinks only about themselves. I like it, I like that. I know when person is speaking, what is the intention, not I. We know by mercy of Krishna. That what's happening, what is happening. We just continue, move on. Yeah. And these skills you will learn when you win the heart of those leaders. That is leader of Arjuna. When Krishna chastised him, he still stood there. He said, please explain to me. Then he explained. At the same time, nobody has a right to chastise anybody. We don't chastise anybody. We don't do it. That is also equally fact. Nobody should chastise. We are not Krishna. Neither we claim ourselves to be gurus. You find somebody else as a guru, no problem. Our job is done in preaching. We are just a simple study group. We study Bhagavad Gita, we understand it, and we share it with others. We share it. That's it. We never claim for any money. Money should never come in Hare Krishna WECAN. We never claim you must submit. We never say such things. You want to do it, do it. You don't want to do it, don't do it. But remember this, When we say we give you freedom, you must know we have the same freedom. You understand this, all of you? How many of you thought like this? How many of you knew this when we say you have got full freedom to do whatever you want to do? You hear from me all this while, all the time? Have you thought I have got the same freedom to do whatever I want to do? How many of you thought like this? Please raise your hands. If you have, that's no harm. How many of you thought like this? That I've got the same freedom? No one, huh? So you are happy when you got the freedom. And I was bound. How rascal? How rascal is this? You tell me. Is it not rascaldom? Is it not rascaldom? You are so happy, but this rascal is saying, fool is saying, that you are free to do whatever you want to do. Wow. But he is bound. Very nice. He's under my leg. Mere pair ki juti. Why? Who told you this? Who told you this? Huh? Who told you these things? Have you heard from me? I'm happy this program closes down today. No problem. Have you heard from me? Have you heard from me, all of you? Raise your hands. No harm, no problem. The program stop. Today itself will stop. Why tomorrow? You stop today. You heard me? What does this mean? What do you think the meaning of this is? You did not thought about it. Raise your hands if you thought about what I said. Whenever I said, let the program stop today, no problem. What does it mean? You thought deeply about this. Raise your hands if you have thought. Very good, very good. Tell me, what does it mean? Very nice, thank you. What does it mean? Tell me. Very happy. What does it mean?
Hare Krishna.
Yes.
I had thought about it earlier also when you said that even if we didn't come to Vrindavan, you had different plans. So bhakti does not depend, like it is not dependent on us. Like we have freedom, you are also having freedom. Like you
Yes.
can do this.
Yeah, that's good. That's one aspect. Very good. Anybody else who else raised their hands? Very good. All answers are right. Yes, please.
When you am I audible? When you said
Yes,
that
yes, please.
program must end, what I understood is you were not attached, or you, as Arjun Prabhu also said, you were not dependent on this program to, you know, teach Guru Maharaj more. You might, if we are not able to understand this more and we are not able to follow it, Maharaj more, you will happily end this program and give your time to something else that will increase your bhakti and uh, you know spread Guru Maharaj that.
Yes, that's absolutely correct. And the same thing is with your tutor also. You know, the same thing. He has the same thing. He must have told you this way also. No problem. I'm very happy with what I'm doing. You want to come? Same with Shri Prabhu also, Sanjay Prabhu also. And you will also do the same way. Be prepared. Tomorrow, if we have got millions in Hare Krishna, we can. If the whole world is in for following, don't be attached. Do not be afraid of speaking the truth. Because your going back to Godhead does not depend upon the number of followers you have got. You understand this point? It only depends upon you. Na dhanam, na janam, na sundarim. Kavitam jagadishakam. I don't want any number of followers. I only want your devotional service birth after birth. Mama janmani janmani shwar. This is the point to be understood. And a detached person is always a very powerful person. An attached person is a weak person. Today, I can tell you, you may think that whatever knowledge I wanted to gain from me, you've gained. I can guarantee you, You have not even touched the surface of what we can give. I'm not talking about myself, I'm talking about your tutors also. And it will always remain like this. Because this is a magic, this is a thing. Knowledge is transmitted through the parampara, through the guru in your heart, where Krishna is situated. It's unlimited. So if some rascal thinks that, okay, now I've got enough, forget about him, I'll not find somebody else. Please go. I have seen good people living Guru Maharaj. I have seen, we have heard Prabhupada living Prabhupada. Whose loss is it? So this is a fact. And we want you to experience this. When you will become selfless, only thinking about preaching, you will be feeling the same way. And no two horns will come out of your head. Oh, he's now big sadhu, big sannyasi, big board is there, everybody's bowing down to him or her, and giving garlands and all that. We don't carry all those things and run away from there, You garland somebody else. Oh, there is a very nice guru. This is a very nice guru. Go to that guru. Best, Hare Krishna. Wonderful. He's a sadhu. We are not sadhu. We are making you think who's a sadhu. Who is that person who's been given the glory but is not taking the glory? How do you call the person? You tell me. That much sense we have got, right? Others will take glory very nicely. Oh, I'm very small. I don't talk about me. I'm okay. I'm doing small thing. He said, no, not me. Where? To find somebody else. Go. Where do you find this kind of people? That person who's very self-satisfied can say this. I don't need you. Thank you very much. It's okay. That person, those people, that whole group, very nice. Go there. Haribol. Why do you need me? You don't need me. Leave me alone. I'm nobody. This is the thing. This is most important symptom of a sadhu is this, that the plate is full. He just had to eat it and he's not eating. And this is exactly what we're teaching everybody. Every leader, we are teaching this. That's why from the intermediate level onwards, to come to a leader's sangha is very difficult for me. Because that is when we'll teach you. So far, it's a different situation. But this cutoff now is very different. To come to leader's sangha means you have to really win the heart. Because this is magic. Is it not magic? Tell me. What do you think? What I've just spoken, can you hear this in anywhere? Have you heard it anywhere? Tell me. You do PhD, Sushi Mataji. Have you heard like this anywhere? Tell me. Tell me.
No, Prabhuji.
Yeah. What do you think, Sushi Mataji? Have you heard it anywhere? In your doctor, big doctors and whatever, whoever they are, very egoistic people they are, big surgeons. Yeah? I save lives. They say, we save lives. We save lives. The whole parampara saves lives. We say, we don't save lives. Or my guru saves lives. His guru saves lives. His guru saves lives. We are nobody. You see? The path, last week I had mentioned this point. Do you remember? I mentioned this point last week or last week before. Your tutors going back to Godhead is not dependent upon you going back, not dependent upon you, but yours is dependent upon them. This is important. You must think about it. Because theirs is dependent upon their leaders. Their leaders depend on their leaders. It is their leaders, not dependent upon you. So we are happy to close the chapter. Too much difficulty, close the chapter. Move on. We don't want it. Maharishi Gosai Maharaj told me this. Oh, we are not interested in big disciples, a lot of disciples. The wife is not ready, no problem. Her son is not ready, no problem. You are not ready, no problem. We are okay. No, Maharaj, please, I'm ready. This is how Maharaj, this is how we got shelter. It's okay, Maharaj said, no problem. He said, no, Maharaj. You see, this is the point. When will we understand this? Whole materialistic civilization, and this is the reason why. We want to make it very decentralized, no authoritarian. As long as you follow the process very sincerely, you're in a parampara of what we have taught you. Moment you concoct, you change, you're a parampara. You're going somewhere else. You may think you're doing this, but not in our parampara. This is a very heavy subject. So, to go back to Godhead is not dependent upon your guru or somebody else. It's dependent upon you. That mercy is already there. Yeah. What is stopping us is only us. Nobody else. How sublime it is. Is this not sublime? You tell me. To do your job, to do your business, you have to go and listen to your bosses. They are egoistic, you have to follow their rules, the politics, all this. Here is no politics. This is what has been taught to us. We're teaching you the same thing. You want to follow, follow, don't follow, don't follow. You're free to do. That means we're also free to do what we want to do. The shelter will be off for you. Immediately, shelter will be off. You can feel it. Moment you do any of these things in subordination, you will feel the change in you. Moment you're back in the shelter, you're back in the shelter. This is a mercy. This is called mercy of a sadhu in parampara. Okay? Any questions on this, what we discussed so far? That's why I asked you, have you thought about this subject? You think it was so simple, you just come as a new child, children, every new, okay, let's hear something new today. No. Any questions anybody has got on this discussion so far? Are you afraid? How many of you are feeling afraid? Raise your hands. I'm feeling afraid. Yes, but this one is honest. 2 are honest. We 3 are honest. All others are not honest. 4 are honest. Very good. You should be afraid. 5 are now. All are coming now. Oh, wow. All are raising their hands now. We have to be afraid. If we have to walk a thin line. Understand one thing. When there was a chance to do devotional service to Guru Maharaj, to Prabhupada, we have done it. Right now, we are on a risk to preach. If you do anything here, there will be in difficulty. There a path to go back to God is very simple, done, sorted, finished. But it's a hard work we are doing. And all of us are doing it. Because we are not satisfied. That's not what our gurus have said. Guru Maharaj has said, Maharishi Goswami Maharaj, you preach. Whether we are there or we are not there, you must preach. So we are uploading our preaching instructions to all of you. We did it to our leaders. They are nicely teaching all of you, making devotees. And one day you will teach any devotees. It's very simple. You follow the process, you are in the parampara. Don't follow the process, you are not. But remember this, we know you are lying. We know you are insubordinating. To the time that we can do, we can do. You may think that you have fooled us. You have not fooled us. It's our infinite mercy, which we have got from our Guru, Maharishi Goswami Maharaj. Which is a Prabhupada infinite mercy. But when they take it away, don't come to that point when Krishna will be very upset. Don't come to that point. Because we are all dependent upon our Guru. Civil succession to Prabhupada, So you are all dependent upon this. Parampara is coming this way. Yeah? Sanjay Prabhu, are you there? You can hear us now? I don't know if he's still traveling.
Yes, Prabhu, I'm listening. Thank you, Prabhu. But I'm listening,
Okay,
but I listen.
okay, you are here. Yeah, because we asked for you before, we couldn't hear you. Okay, so you cannot show. I understand you're traveling, I appreciate this. So
Yes, Prabhu.
our process of disciplic succession in Hare Krishna WECAN. So you can talk now?
Yes, Prabhu, I'll talk. Can you hear me okay?
Okay.
It's a bit of a disturbance at the background.
Yeah, a little bit of disturbance is there, but let's take it now. Now,
Yes, Prabhu.
The process of disciplinary succession in Hare Krishna WECAN, as we say, is this, that all of you who are very sincere in understanding the philosophy, you are already in the parampara, and there is no need for formal initiation. By Siksha, you are already in the disciplinary succession. And when you experience the presence of Mahavishnu Goswami Maharaj in your life, when you experience the presence of Mahavishnu Goswami Maharaj's blessings in your life, when you physically experience it, you are in the shelter of Maharaj. All of you are even in the shelter of Maharaj, anyways. For those, this is where you commit. And when the commitment is there, then we say, okay, then you can have your neck beads, tulsi beads, and chanting beads, which is tulsi beads, offer to Guru Maharaj on 2 days. You mentioned this, on our request, he can do it. On Guru Maharaj's Vyasa Puja day and on Guru Purnima day. Offer to Guru Maharaj, request to Guru Maharaj on behalf of Ambarisa, who has requested me, if I'm offering this to Maharaj, please bless the neck bead chanting beads, please. Leave it for half an hour and take it, and start chanting on this very neck beads. Okay? But this is how a disciplic succession is. We do not take formal initiation from anyone. Yeah, but you feel the shelter. Now, Sanjeev Prabhu did this in Srila Gurudev's Vyasa Puja. We want to share some few words, Sanjeev Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Babu. Yes, sir. Hare Krishna.
Okay.
Hare Krishna, dear devotee.
Thank you.
Okay. Hare Krishna, His Grace Amrish Prabhu, and thank you very much for for organizing this wonderful class. Just would like to say my thank you to His Grace Amrish Prabhu, Her Grace Pragya Devi Das Mataji, and His Grace Krishna Prabhu for giving me this chance and it's what you call like it's very very rare opportunity to be uh, to be into the parampara. So what I realized, Prabhuji, that on Guru Maharaj Vyas Puja day, we celebrate it at our home as per your instructions, Prabhuji, that by the extreme causeless of mercy of Guru Maharaj, I have offered Tulsi chanting beads and neck beads to Guru Maharaj to bless them. And since then, I'm chanting on the Tulsi beads. And the whole day, I was very jubilant. And after that, I feel Guru Maharaj's presence even more intensely. Of course, Guru Maharaj giving him his shelter anyway, whoever coming into Guru Maharaj contact. But this is but from my side. I took the step by the encouragement of His Grace Amrish Prabhuji. And I'm feeling the difference. Now, the instructions of Maharaj lectures, I have different realizations. Yes, of course, Guru Maharaj's instructions are very practical, and we read Maharaj's transcendental mellows every day. But this step is not just haphazardly taken. I'm connected with the Hare Krishna weekend for last 12 years and try to follow the instructions of Guru Maharaj sincerely with my best ability under the guidance of His Grace Amrish Prabhuji. So, holding back was from my side, not from Guru Maharaj's side. And Maharaj is bestowing his mercy to everyone whoever come in contact and follow his instructions. So I want to say this that my prayers to Guru Maharaj are more intense now, and I talk to Maharaj every morning. I read his instructions, and this is not a formal initiation, but I'm under the shelter of His Holiness Goswami Maharaj, and he was my Guru, and he will be always my Guru, spiritual master. So I have only learned to study Srila Prabhupada books in the mood of Guru Maharaj in Hare Krishna weekend. So this mood or this special uh, special instructions and special mood is unique to Hare Krishna weekend actually because this is Guru Maharaj's mood. So by Shiksha, Maharaj is my spiritual master and His Grace Amrish Prabhu is a living link for me. So I am praying to Guru Maharaj, please keep giving me the shelter of your lotus feet so I can keep serving Hare Krishna WECAN, and your lotus feet. Please bless me, Guru Maharaj, so I remain always loyal to you and Hare Krishna WECAN, your most fallen and insignificant servant in this journey. Yes, Prabhu. So this is what I felt after that day, and I'm very very happy for it. I don't have words to um, articulate my feelings that what I feel now, but definitely there is a change, more seriousness, and uh, and more connected, as you said, to Guru Maharaj. Guru Maharaj is always very merciful to everyone, giving shelter. But when we are more serious, when we take the step, one more step to be more serious, more sincere, then we feel the difference. So that's what I felt, Prabhu. And I'm very, very eternally grateful to you, Prabhu, to give this opportunity and uh, and giving the shelter of Guru Maharaj, lotus feet to us. Thank you very much, Prabhu. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Yashra Gurudev ki Jai. I'm also the shelter of Guru
Jai.
Maharaj.
Yeah.
So all of you are very nice. We are very happy for you and for your family. Please be satisfied. And you all have been, you were born in Krishna consciousness, so Hare Krishna became. So there's no change for you. Same mood, same thing is
No,
continuing.
no, yes, sir.
So everything is going on. Just take care of your health and chant Hare Krishna. Be happy.
Thank you, very. I'm sorry for the disturbance, Prabhu. I'm really in the not very calm place to speak
Jai, Jai.
and show
All
my.
the best. All the best. Thank you very much. Sorry I took you away from the festival there, You're in some event there, the family event.
No, I actually, Prabhuji, speaking on that, because I was traveling and in the train. I'm in Sydney at the moment. So I was remembering Guru Maharaj's instructions, and Maharaj was saying that bhakti is not restricted to anything. You can do it in the train. And that word is in my mind. When I was sitting in the train, straight away I took my chanting bead and started chanting. So that's Maharaj. You can follow the instructions anyway.
That's it. Very nice. All the best.
Yes, sir.
All the best. Hare Krishna. All the best. Just make sure your hands are suchi, clean. That's it. Nothing else, All
yes, Prabhuji, I washed it.
Yeah. Wash your hands. All the best. All the best. Very nice. We're very happy for you. And please, you are a pioneer, in this. So take the next step. So when you take the next step, you'll see the blessing, the mercy. It's very simple. By Siksha we are in. Because at this point in time, I cannot guarantee about anybody else. No other gurus, excuse me. All gurus to all of them. This is how it is. Very simple, very straightforward. And this will continue throughout in the future also. For all generations to come, when we are long dead and gone. Very simple. But follow through your seniors. So the living link, Guru Maharaj instructions, I heard Maharaj instructed to me, please preach, which you are doing. All your leaders, the Avinash Babu, of course, is a disciple. They heard it from me, they're preaching. So they are a living link. Now you heard from them. So you are the living link. So you are the preaching. So they heard from you. So you are living link, preaching them. They become living link. So this is how it is. Okay? Very simple. No complications. You can join disciplic succession through the Siksha by accepting the disciplic conclusion. So he has taken this as a next step, and he shows the experience of Maharaj. And I knew it. When he did that, I said he'll be experiencing very nice. You feel it. Okay. All the best to all of you. We hope and pray. As I said, we are open to everyone. You will still want to take initiation from somebody else, please do so. No problem. This is our way. If I become guru, and you will, after my death, somebody else has to become another guru. Why? I'm not qualified. They may be qualified. All gurus to them. No complications. No problem. Okay. Any question anybody has got on this? Don't ask me. This is this is how it is. Hare Krishna. Okay, somebody wants to say anything before we move on to the next point, please? Okay, Krishnadas, can you please share the screen? Thank you. Yes, Sahuji, please continue.
Sometimes devotees are personally attacked with violence. Lord Jesus Christ was crucified. Haridas Thakur was caned in 22 marketplaces, and Lord Chaitanya's principal assistant, Nityanand, was violently attacked by Jagai and Madai. But still they were tolerant because their mission was to deliver fallen souls.
Here is Jagai and Madhai. Okay.
Jagai
Yes, please
and
continue.
Madhai. But still they were tolerant because their mission was to deliver fallen souls. A sadhu is merciful because he is the well-wisher of all living entities. He is not only a well-wisher of human society, but a well-wisher of animal society as well. The word Sarvadehinam refers to all living entities who have accepted material bodies. Not only does the human being have a material body, but other living entities as well. The devotee of the Lord is merciful to everyone, cats, dogs, trees, etc. He treats all living entity in such a way that they can ultimately get salvation from this material entanglement. Sivananda Sena, one of the disciples of Lord Chaitanya, gave liberation to a dog by treating the dog transcendentally. There are many instances where a dog got salvation by association with a sadhu because a sadhu engages in the highest philanthropic activities for the benediction of all living entities. Yet, although a sadhu is not inimical towards anyone, the world is so ungrateful that even a sadhu has many enemies.
Okay, so here is the point again. Ajat Shatru, one who has no enemies. The point coming again, same way. Okay, so what he's doing, nothing wrong, but he has got many enemies. So he's doing right things. People are envious. Lord Jesus Christ, Haridas Thakur. Yes, please continue. Now, if anyone has any questions on this, you can please raise by speaking. We'll start to continue to read now. Okay, thank you.
What is the difference between an enemy and a friend? It is a difference in behavior. A sadhu behaves with all conditioned soul for their ultimate relief from material entanglement. Therefore, no one can be more friendly than a sadhu in relieving a conditioned soul. A sadhu is calm and he is quietly and peacefully follows the principle of scripture. A sadhu is also one who follows the principle of scripture and at the same time is a devotee of the Lord. One who actually follows the principle of scripture must be a devotee of God because all the Shastras instruct us to obey the orders of the personality of Godhead. A sadhu, therefore, is a follower of the scriptural injunctions and a devotee of the Lord. All good characteristics are prominent in a devotee, and he develops all the good qualities of the demigods. Whereas a non-devotee, even though academically qualified, has no good qualifications or good characteristics according to the standard of transcendental realization.
Yes, thank you very much, Raghuji, Deepak Prabhu, for reading. Thank you very much. Now, can we have now somebody else who was for that? Padma Prabhu, can you please read now? Continue reading. Thank you.
Yes, Rohit. There are 8.4 million. Sorry. Thank you, Deepak Prabhu, for reading. There are 8.4 million life forms according to the Padma Puran, and the Atma is the same in all of them. The Sadhu can understand this. As Bhagavad Gita chapter 5 verse 18 indicates, Vidya Vinaya Sampanne Brahmane Gavihastini Suni Chaiva Swapake Cha Panditah Samadarshinaha. The humble sage, by virtue of true knowledge, sees with equal vision a learned and gentle Brahmana, a cow, an elephant, a dog, and a dog eater, outcast. It is not that a Brahmana is the same as a dog, but that the Brahmana is a spirit soul, and the dog is also a spirit soul. We are conditioned according to our different bodies, which are given by superior forces. Yamraj offers the living entity a body according to his karma. Karmana Deva Netrena. We have already discussed the point that bodies are awarded according to one's qualifications. If we acquire the qualities of a Brahmana and work as a Brahmana, we become a Brahmana. If we act as a dog and do the work of a dog, we become a dog. Nor should one think that simply because one is born as a Brahmana, one is automatically Brahman. There are characteristics mentioned in Bhagavad Gita by which one can tell to which caste one belongs. Sridhara Swami has also noted that birth is not everything. One has to acquire the qualities. Whatever body we may have, our position is temporary. We cannot remain in any position indefinitely. We may think that at present we are Americans and are very happy, and that's all right. We may chalk out our plans for continued happiness, but nature will not allow us to stay indefinitely. As soon as nature calls, we die and give up our post. Then we have to take the post of a dog, a cat, a demigod, a human being, or whatever. We are now given a most exalted life form, that of a human being. But if we do not act accordingly, we have to take a lower body. This is karmana deva netrena. We should therefore be very careful in this human form that our aim is to become devotees of Lord Krishna. That is the path of liberation. Previously, great personalities in India used to go to the forest in order to meditate to stop the repetition of birth and death. That is the highest occupation for man, and actually every man is meant for that. Unless we conquer repeated birth and death, we simply waste our lives like animals, eating, sleeping, defending, and mating. People in this age especially cannot distinguish between animal life and human life. They think the difference is that animals sleep in the street and human beings sleep in nice apartments. However, the Shastras do not define civilization in this way. Whether one sleeps in the street or in an apartment, the activity is the same. A dog may eat out of a garbage can and a human being may eat on a golden plate. But this does not mean that they are engaged in different activities. In either case, both the dog and the man are taking food into their bodies. A dog may have sex in the street and a human being may have sex in a very nice bed, in a secluded place. But that does not change the activity. People are thinking that advancement of civilization means improving eating, sleeping, mating, and defending. But actually, these activities have nothing to do with civilization. They simply tighten our bondage to material life. Human life is meant for yagna, sacrifice for the satisfaction of the Supreme Person. We may perfect our activities, but our success lies in satisfying Krishna by our talents. Presently, we may be attached to material activity, but we should transfer that attachment to a sadhu. Then our lives will be successful. Presently, we are attached to money, women, nice houses, country, society, friends, family, and so forth. This attachment is called Arjanam Pashu. The word Pashu means rope. When we are bound with a rope, we are helpless. And now we are bound by the gunas, or the three modes of material nature. The word guna also means rope. We cannot free ourselves, for we are conditioned. We cannot move freely without the sanction of the supreme authority. It is generally said that not a blade of grass moves without God's sanction. Similarly, we cannot do anything without the supervision of a superior authority. It is not that God has to take personal supervision of this. Parasya Shaktir Vividhaiva Shruyate. Na tasya karyam karanam cha vidyate. In the Shvetashvatara Upanishad, chapter 6, verse 8, it is thus stated that the Supreme Lord does not have to act personally. He has many agents to perform everything for him. We are so controlled that we are not even free to blink our eyes. We may be moving our hands very freely, but at any moment they can be immediately paralyzed. Presently, I am claiming this is my hand. But what is this? The hand could be paralyzed immediately. This is conditioned life. And how can we improve it? Our business is to become liberated from all this conditioning. How is this possible? Sa eva sadhushu kruto moksha dwaram apavratam. Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 25, verse 20. We have to turn our attachment from material things to a sadhu. Sadhu Sangha, Sarva Shastra Kaya. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela, Chapter 22, verse 54. This is the advice of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. All Shastras advise us to associate with a sadhu. Even Chanakya Pandit, the great politician, recommended Tyaja Durjana Samsargam Bhaja Sadhu Samagamam. One Vaishnava householder asked Chaitanya Mahaprabhu what the duty of a householder is. And Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu immediately replied, Asat Sangha Tyaga E, Vaishnava Achara. Don't associate with non-devotees, but search out a sadhu. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela, chapter 22, verse 87. At the present moment, it is very difficult to avoid the company of asadhus, those who are not sadhus. It is very difficult to find a sadhu for association. We have therefore started this Krishna consciousness movement to create an association of sadhus so that people may take advantage and become liberated. There is no other purpose for this society. Krishna states in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 6, verse 47, that the first class sadhu is one who is always thinking of him. This process is not very difficult. We should always think of Krishna, but how is this possible? We think of our business, our dog, our family, our lovable object, and so many other things. We have to think of something. Without thinking, we cannot remain. We simply have to divert our thoughts to Krishna. It is the sadhu's business to teach this, and one can learn this in the association of a sadhu. Actually, a
Exactly.
sadhu.
It's easy. Thank you, Prabhuji. It's easier to do it when you're preaching. You're constantly planning, thinking, meditating, analyzing the preaching part. How do I do it? How do I do that? So that's how you can think about Krishna and his devotees. Yeah, it helps you with it. That's why preaching is important for our own benefit. Yeah. Yes, please continue. Thank you.
It is the sadhu's business to teach this, and one can learn this in the association of a sadhu. Actually, a sadhu will not teach anything else. Adau Shraddha Tatha Sadhu Sangha. Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu, Canto 1, Chapter 4, verse 15. This is the way to make spiritual advancement. One has to associate with a sadhu. Often the sadhu's task is a thankless one, but he has to be tolerant. Despite all the trouble a sadhu may encounter, he is very merciful upon fallen conditioned souls. He sees that people are suffering due to a lack of Krishna consciousness, and because he is always thinking of the welfare of others, he is Surat. Other people are always envious, but the sadhu is always thinking how to save others from the clutches of Maya. A sadhu is kind, not only to human beings, but to cats, dogs, trees, plants, and insects. He will hesitate even to kill one mosquito. He does not simply think, I shall just take care of my brother. He looks on all living beings as his brothers because Krishna says that he is the father of all living entities. Because a sadhu lives in this way, he does not create enemies. If there are enemies, they become enemies out of their own character, not out of any provocation on the part of a sadhu. A sadhu simply teaches, my dear human being, my dear friend, just surrender to Krishna. Enemies arise due to man's envious nature. Chanakya Pandit says that there are two envious animals, serpents and men. Although you may be faultless, either may kill you. Of the two, Chanakya Pandit says that the envious man is more dangerous because a serpent can be subdued by chanting a mantra or by some herbs. But an envious man cannot be so subdued. In Kali Yuga, practically everyone is envious, but we have to tolerate this. Envious people create many impediments to the Krishna consciousness movement, but we have to tolerate them. There is no alternative. One must be peaceful and depend on Krishna in all circumstances. These are the ornaments of a sadhu. We should find a sadhu and associate with him. Then our path of liberation will be open. In the next verse, Lord Kapila further explains the activities of a sadhu.
Just one second, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. So, anyone has any questions so far on this, so far we discussed? I think we'll take a lot of time. We'll take a little bit of longer time in this chapter, Sadhu, because we tend to make a lot of mistakes in identifying a sadhu. We have a lot of presuppositions about who the sadhu is or should be, because we do not know. It's just like if you are, for example, if what should I say? If you are not a doctor, let's say, some of Mataji was saying, but you think it should be like this, a doctor should do like that, and this is how it should cut open, all those things, but you do not know. If you know something, it's a different situation altogether. Because you are speculating otherwise. So people misunderstand a lot of things and they are fooled. And this is the reason why many people are fooled. Many Indians, we are gullible. Because by nature we respect somebody who is sadhu, but at the same time, we're thinking about what it is, how it is. Now, we need the definition is very clear. One who understands the scriptures is a sadhu. One who follows the scriptures is sadhu. So study the scriptures, follow the scriptures. If somebody says, I don't study the scriptures, then how can he be a sadhu? He may be a good logician, and he may be able to defeat others by logic. That is good, but that doesn't mean he's sadhu. He may call himself to be a yogi and sadhu also. Good for him. A real sadhu will never call himself a sadhu. You see? So these are very important points, subtle points. And we are fooled. We think that somebody has got many, many followers is a sadhu. Yes, sure. Then Michael Jackson would, if he is a sadhu, he has most followers in the world. Michael Jackson. Is it not so? Everybody dancing like this behind him, He's dancing, everybody's dancing. So his sadhu is a sadhu style, dancing, moonwalking and all those things, This is how it is. Foolish we are. This is how we are suffering. And that is why we are destined to take birth again. So it's in our hands. So now we may think that our politicians will help us. The politicians will save us. They cannot. They're busy fighting their own selves. Remember this. We are spirit soul. Spirit soul is neither a Brahmana, nor Kshatriya, nor Vaishnava, nor Shudra. We are not teaching to make a big temple. We're teaching everybody you can make a temple in your home. Make your home into a temple. Inside a home, you may be a Shudra or a Vaishya, or whoever you are. You can perform your worship. Who's going to stop you? Yeah? Nobody can stop you. And teach it to your children. Who will teach to their children? This is how you start your parampara, become a guru in your family. Who's stopping you? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says it. Mahasi Goswami Maharaj says it. Guru Maharaj says this. Who's stopping you? This way you may have many children. Why only one or two? You see? There's no caste. There's no creed. The politicians will divide us in caste. Oh, you are a Brahman caste, there's a Shudra caste, there's a Vaishya caste, there's this caste. Fight. But we are saying We are not his body, we are spirit soul. While Hindus, we are not even Muslims. Chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra should be done by Muslims also, by Christians also. Why restrict only to Hindus? Why? So do not fight about casteism. I'm telling you. A day is going to come where people are going to make us fight about our castes and religion. Okay? This Krishna consciousness movement will be the savior for everyone. Because we are saying you're not this body, you're a spirit soul, rascal. Chant Hare Krishna, whoever you are. Who's stopping you? But I'm a Muslim, doesn't matter. Be a Muslim, chant Hare Krishna. No, I cannot chant Krishna. Okay, chant Allah, Allah. Chanting. What's stopping you? I'm your servant, please help me. Who's stopping you? So we are quite away from this. These are temporary things. No harm. If you chant Hare Krishna, we chant. Why do you chant Hare Krishna? Because we know God and His names. If you know, chant. Prabhupada says this. If you don't know, don't chant. You chant as God, 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 God. No problem. You can do it. For you reach somewhere, but with us, we can reach directly. We know his address. We know his activities, what he does, what he does not love, what he likes, he doesn't like, what he eats. We know all these details. So we are sharing. If you don't want to hear, don't hear. No problem. All good. Chant Hare Krishna, be happy. Let me chant Hare Krishna, let me be happy. You chant whatever you want to chant. But there's no harm in telling them. It'll make them think. You see? So first of all, you should be very clear about this. Don't be fighting in the caste and subcastes and all those things. We are above all this. We are Vaishnavas. We serve everybody. And a day is going to come where Hare Krishna movement is going to save the whole world. Provided they are not caught up with this casteism rolling around. There is enough, we have a particular way of our process of Diksha initiation. We doesn't require all these things. No frauds are needed. Nothing is needed. Your sincerity is needed. You can go back to Godhead yourself with it. Even otherwise, the same thing. Don't think that some guru is going to take you back to Godhead. You have to flap your wings alone. This is wrong thinking. You don't take anyone's responsibility, but you want somebody to take your responsibility. How rascal is that? You tell me. Okay. All right. Just chant Hare Krishna and be happy. I think everybody's going to everybody's going to fall asleep for some time after today's class. It's a very important class. And you saw Sanjeev Prabhu's realizations. You see practically things, So that's what we should be doing, Our aim is this. But it's up to you. No problem. No harm. We still love you even if you do something else. Perfectly all right. Like your free will, we have a free will too. Don't forget it. Okay. Any questions anyone has? Anything to share before we finish today's class? Okay, wonderful. So those who are not attended today's class will listen to the class today and will share their realizations before. Okay. What are the points they picked up? All of you will share realizations next week too. Okay, what are the points? If they miss next week class, they will share next week realization too, but they will write down. They will do one. They will do advanced booking. They will do. You will do afterwards. You see. All right, all of you who are present will do it. Who are not present will write down. Simple. Is it not logical? When we do our beginners program, when we do our fighting and all those things, debates, that's a different thing. Then people will come, people will go, that's fine. That's all right. This is a very serious topic. I want us to understand a few things, A lot of energy has gone behind it. All right? Smile, man. You're not smiling. You're in safe boat. Hare Krishna. Okay, I'll wait for 10 seconds, all right? If you have anything to share, any questions to have. Yeah, I am. Okay, wonderful. Whose time is it now to sing Hare? Maharaj, please hear us. Looks like no children are there. We have to have Krishnadas to sing.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Oh, you are there. Hare Krishna Navina Mataji. Have you climbed the plane already?
No, Prabhuji.
Not yet. You're
Not
catching a
yet.
plane, is it? You're
We
catching the
haven't.
plane, is it? You have not gone to the airport yet.
No, we're going on the 25th, Prabhuji.
But you're going to 25th. Okay, wonderful, wonderful. All right. So you're going to sing today? You're going to sing now?
Yes, Prabhuji. I'll try my best to do the actions because I don't have Okay.
Because you're holding the phone also. Oh, your mother's holding the phone now. Very nice. Okay. All right. Okay. 1, 2, 3, start.
Maharaj, please hear us.
Maharaj, please hear us.
We have learned some real good stuff.
We have learned some real good stuff.
Maharaj, we have
Maharaj, we have learned one thing.
and today for you we will sing.
And today for you we will sing.
If our room is clean,
If our room is clean,
then our mind is clean.
then our mind is clean.
If our mind is clean,
If our mind is clean,
we can do anything.
we can do anything.
If our room is dirty,
If our room is dirty,
then so are we.
then so are we.
But if we are dirty,
We are dirty, we're not happy.
wasting time
Wasting time
is the greatest crime.
is the greatest crime,
Because wasted time
because wasted time
means a wasted mind.
means a wasted mind.
So best use your time
So best use your time
when you're in your prime.
when you're in your prime,
And your whole life
and your whole life
will be so.
will be sublime. If your wealth is gone,
Then there's nothing.
then there's nothing wrong.
If your health is gone,
If your health is gone,
it's a different song.
that's a different song. But if your character dies, then the world will cry.
Saintly behavior,
Only saintly behavior
let humanity cry.
lets humanity thrive.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. We must always
remember Krishna.
We must always remember Krishna
Never forget him too.
and never forget him too.
But how are we to practice this with so many things to do?
But how are we to practice this with so many things to do?
That is the greatest question.
That is the greatest question.
Just clue.
And here is the greatest clue.
Learn to work so nicely that Krishna remembers you.
You must learn to work so nicely that Krishna remembers you.
So listen very closely.
So listen very closely
Make your thinking sharp.
and make your thinking sharp.
How we can live and work so Krishna won't depart.
Just learn how you can live and work so Krishna won't depart.
If something's due tomorrow,
If something's due tomorrow,
And whatever is due today,
do it on delay.
no, don't delay.
Refrains by making
doing bad things,
or doing bad things.
think again.
Don't follow them, and you will win in there.
Forgiven,
Whatever might be given,
best,
we do our very best.
give Krishna the rest.
We'll only live with what we need and give Krishna the rest.
This is how to live. If you learn to live this way, we'll see Krishna every day.
This is how to live, to work and to play. Learn to live this way. See Krishna every day.
And when the time is up, he'll take himself up. We sing and dance with him, with our hearts full of love.
And when our time is up, he'll take us up above. And sing and dance with him with a heart full of love.
So chant Krishna's name, his glories and his fame. So only way this world will ever become safe.
Chant Krishna's name, his glories and his fame. So only way this world will ever become safe.
Now please ask this greatest question,
Please ask this greatest question
and find this greatest clue.
and find this greatest clue.
You can only remember Krishna
You can only remember Krishna
if Krishna remembers you.
if Krishna remembers you.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
जय गुरुदेव श्री महाविष्णु गोस्वामी महाराज श्री गुरुदेव की जय। जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। श्री अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। श्री निताई गौर चंद्र प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्ण भूतले श्रीमती महाविष्णु गोस्वामी नामिने। नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्ण भूतले श्रीमती भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी कृष्णाय निर्विशेष द्वार। So before we go, Avinash Prabhu, we had discussion about the intermediate program now. So you have mentioned you got 2 devotees who will be moving there, right?
Yes, Prabhu.
So now we're waiting for you to let us know. Can you please give me a call after this program there? Yeah, because what we want to do is this now we'll tee up a time to talk to individually all of them. I want to make sure that what they're getting into, they are aware about this. You know, the 3 of us individually talking. Yeah, I will with others, and we'll take it from there. Yeah, whenever you are free, just give me a call, please, tomorrow or something. You know.
Thank you, Prabhu. I'll call you after this, and I'll call you tomorrow, Prabhu.
Yeah, tomorrow is better. Just message.
Tomorrow is better. Prabhu. It's already 8 p.m. Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Krishna willing, we'll see you next week, same place, same time. Till then, chant Hare Krishna and be happy. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Ram, Ram Ram.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna.